Hello world. Welcome back for another video. Most people think they're failing because they aren't talented enough or they aren't working hard enough. They're wrong. They're failing because they're doing 17 things when they should be doing one. If you've ever felt like you're working yourself to the bone but still have nothing to show for it, this video is your wake-up call. We're talking about the power of focus. I've watched more talented people fail than I care to remember. And here's what breaks my heart about it. They didn't fail because they lacked the stuff. They didn't fail because the world was against them. They failed because they tried to build a skyscraper by moving the foundation every single week. Let me tell you something. It took me a decade of debt to understand. The person who chases two rabbits catches neither. But in today's world, we aren't just chasing two rabbits. We're chasing 20 while holding a smartphone that's screaming at us to chase 50 more. I remember being 25, staring at a bank balance that looked like a temperature in the Arctic. Pennies. I had hustle, but I was scattered like leaves in a hurricane. Monday, I was a real estate mogul in my head. Wednesday, I was going to revolutionize the restaurant industry. By Friday, I was convinced my future was in tech. I was a butterfly landing on every flower, but I never stayed long enough to gather the nectar. And you know what I had to show for all that hard work? Nothing. Absolute zero. Because motion without focus is just a high-speed way to get nowhere. Think about the sun. It hits the sidewalk all day and does nothing but make it warm. But take that same light, put it through a magnifying glass, and you can burn through steel. Same energy. Different focus. That is the difference between a life of struggle and a life of mastery. It's not about finding more time. It's about narrowing the lens. We live in a world designed to harvest your attention. Every app, every ping, every notification is a masterclass in distraction. If you don't stand guard at the door of your mind, you'll spend your life responding to other people's emails instead of writing your own history. And let's talk about the seasons of life. We all want the harvest, but nobody wants to stare down the winter. Winter isn't just an economic crash. It's the digital winter, where your skills become obsolete because you dabbled in everything but mastered nothing. When the world shifts, the jacks of all trades are the first to get left in the cold. But the master, the person who went deep, they don't just survive the winter, they own it. I used to think success was a lightning bolt. My mentor, Mr. Schoaf, showed me it was actually a boring daily discipline. He told me, Jim, success is simple, but simple isn't easy. Reading 10 pages is simple. Anyone can do it. But doing it when you're tired, when the new opportunity is calling your name, and when no one is watching, that's the slight edge. It's the difference between a life that compounds into a masterpiece and a life that decays into a tragedy. Most people quit in the valley of disappointment. They work for 3 months, see no change in their bank account, and assume the plan is broken. But success isn't linear. It's a pressure cooker. You put in the heat, and for a long time, nothing happens. Then, at 212 degrees, the water boils. Those who switch pots at 211 degrees never see the steam. So here is my challenge to you. What is the one thing you are willing to be boring for? What is the one niche you are willing to own? Stop being mediocre in a dozen areas and start being undeniable in one. The marketplace doesn't pay for trying. It pays for mastery. And mastery is just focus kept longer than the person standing next to you. So I'm leaving you with one question today. What is your one thing? Not your 3 things, not your 5 things. What is the one pursuit you are willing to go deep on for the next 5 years? I want you to write it down in the comments below. Publicly commit to it because the clock is ticking and the world has enough dabblers. It's time for you to become a master. I'll see you in the next one.